Assalamualaikum class 7. Hope you all are fine and in good health. Today we will start chapter number 10, which is multiplication in plants, and in this chapter you will learn about modes of reproduction, pollination, fertilization, formation of seed, dispersal of seed and fruits. Student, before going to modes of reproduction, first we will see multiplication in plants. So multiplication is defined as ability of living organisms to produce new living beings similar to themselves, and it produced by two methods, which are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is the formation of new individuals from the cell of single parent. This process of reproduction does not involve fusion of male and female gamete. It happens in unicellular organisms like bacteria, algae, and fungi. So new individuals which are formed by this reproduction is completely identical or same to their parents. Vegetative reproduction is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are formed from roots, stems, leaves, and buds. And common form of asexual reproduction are budding, fission, either binary or multiple, fragmentation, and spore formation. So let's discuss them. Budding. Microscopic organisms such as yeast produced asexually by budding. Small projection arise from parent's body called bud. You must have seen mold on the bread. So small projection arise from parent's body called bud. Bud increase in size and separate from parents to form a completely grown yeast. Binary fission. Binary fission means in some unicellular organisms like bacteria, the parent cell is divided into two daughter cells, and again these cells divided into more cells. So this division of cell is called binary fission. Next one is fragmentation. Fragmentation is a very common form of asexual reproduction in lower plants like algae. In algae, organisms break into two or more pieces called fragment. Each fragment grow into new individuals like Spirogyra in pond silk. You must have seen slimy green patches in ponds or on water bodies. They are called algae. As algae grow into two or more pieces and these pieces grow into new individuals, so algae covers a large area of water body in a short span of time. Spore formation. Lower plant like fern or mosses multiply asexually by forming spores. Spores are microscopic single-cell body. The spores are very small asexual reproductive bodies, and under unfavorable condition they have protective shell to survive in such conditions, such as if they have lack of high temperature, water, and shortage of food. And in under favorable condition, the spore give rise to new individuals. Vegetative reproduction is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plant can develop from part of the parent body, and this part is called vegetative part. Vegetative part of the plants like stem or roots or leaves are involved in this type of reproduction. So there are two ways in which vegetative reproduction takes place. First one is natural method and second is artificial method. Now let's discuss natural method. Students, natural method includes by roots, by stems, and by leaves. First one is by roots. Plants which shows vegetative reproduction by roots develop adventitious buds in roots. These buds give rise to new plants and also store food in them, and they give rise to new plant under favorable conditions. Favorable conditions include light, atmosphere, temperature. So plants like sweet potato, guava, they reproduce by this method. Many new plants form through the stems. So different types of vegetative reproduction by stems are tuber, rhizome, bulbs, runner, sucker, and corms. First one is tuber. A swollen stem that stores food is known as tuber. A tuber has eyes. Each eye has one or more bud which give rise to new plant. So potato reproduce by forming tubers. If you plant a potato in the soil, the root arise from its eyes and new plants are formed. Rhizome. Underground stems that store food are known as rhizomes. They have nodes and internodes and buds. So these buds again give rise to new plant under favorable condition like in ginger, banana. These are reproduced by this process. Bulbs are again underground stems and they have scales. These scales are modified leaves and store food. Like new plants are arise from these scales. Bulbs are found in onion plants. Runners mean plant grow horizontal stems parallel to the ground as grass propagate by this method. Sucker is underground stem and it divides into nodes and internodes, and new shoots are developed from these nodes. Like its example are mint. Mint plants are called suckers. Form is again underground stem with scale, leaves and buds, and under favorable condition they give rise to new plants. Some plants are also reproduced by the margins of their leaves like bryophyllum. Some plants also develop by artificial method, and these methods include cutting, layering, grafting and tissue culture. Cutting, in this method we will take part of a plant, either its root, stem or leaf, and placed in a soil. After some time these stems strikes root and form a new plant. Its example are sugarcane, rose and cactus. They are easily propagated by cutting method. Students, in layering method, cut a lower branch of the stem and bury it in the soil, and after few days root grow from that part and it grow into new independent plant. So this method is used for propagating plant like jasmine, strawberry. Grafting is a common method used in fruit plant to develop new varieties. In this method you will cut a part of the stem and place it over on the another part of the stem, and it grows into a new plant. Tissue culture is a latest technique in which a small piece of tissue is cut off from growing tip of plant, and these plants kept in a suitable condition. Under suitable condition, the root grow into mature plant. By using this technique, small piece of tissue give thousands of plants, and also they produce disease-free plants. So students, after all this discussion, advantages of vegetative reproduction is that it is an easier, rapid and less expensive method of propagating new plants. As plants can grow in a much less time, seedless plants can be produced by this method, like plants like banana, sugarcane, sweet potato, rose, jasmine. They do not have seeds, so they can easily grown by this method. Reproduction. In plant kingdom, only flowering plants can reproduce sexually. Flower or the reproductive organ of a plant. You know that flower has four parts, which includes petals, sepals, stamen and pistil or carpel. Stamen is the male part, which consists of anther and filaments, means pollen grains. Or carpel is the female reproductive part, which consists of three parts, contain style, stigma and ovary. So pollen grains have male gametes in them, and the ovary contains the female gametes in them. Sexual reproduction, one male gamete enters one female gamete and form a baby plant. The baby plant grows inside the seed and give rise to the new plant. Pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma is known as pollination. Pollination is the first step of seed formation. There are two types of pollination. First one is self pollination and the other one is cross pollination. Self-pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of same flower, is known as self-pollination, whereas cross-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower of the same kind, is called cross-pollination. Since pollen grains are light in weight and they help in pollination, so they can be carried by wind, water, insects or other animals easily, and they are also called the agents of pollination. As wind blow away pollen grain from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower, so such flowers are small, they are not brightly colored and they do not have nectar, and they produce large amount of pollens. As the pollens are very light, so they can be easily blown by wind. So flowers of wheat, rice, maize are pollinated by wind. Insects. Many insects visit flower for nectar. Some pollen stick to the body parts of these insects. Then when insect visit another flower, pollen grains fall on the stigma of other flower. So the features of insect pollinated flowers are they generally have large bright color pattern. They are sweetly scented, as pollen grains are sticky, so they stick to the insects. Flowers of sweet pea, orchids, buttercup are pollinated by insects. Fertilization. The process of fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. After pollination, pollen grain absorb nutrients and start growing till it reaches ovule inside the ovary. So the male cell is inside the pollen tube. It fuses with female gamete egg present these. So their fertilization takes place and zygote is formed. Formation of fruits. After zygote formation, several changes occur in flower. The flower loses its bright color, the sepals and petals fall off, the ovary ripens and form the fruit. So after fertilization, ovary forms fruit, then ovule becomes seeds. A fruit have one or many seeds. Function of fruit is that it gives protection to the seed. The fruit also stores food and helps in dispersal of seeds. Formation of seed. Seed is the ripened ovule which contains an embryo. Once zygote is formed, rapid cell division takes place and embryo is formed. Embryo is inside the seed coat. After germination, seed give rise to new plant. So under favorable conditions, the seed give rise to a new plant. This process is called germination. And you know that we are discussing again and again suitable conditions. So these suitable conditions are presence of air, water and temperature. If conditions are not favorable for the seed, so it carried or dispersed to other places by wind, by water or by animals. Dispersal of seeds and fruit. When conditions are not suitable for them, they disperse to another place. The process by which seeds or fruits are scattered is called dispersal. So they dispersed by various methods. Some of these are by wind. Few examples are mother seeds are small and dry. Seeds of cotton and dandelions have hairs. So these hairs help the seed to carry far off places by wind. And seeds like grass are also light in weight, they also carried by wind easily. Seeds are also dispersed by water. Water pollinated flowers release their pollen grain into other flowers and they carried away by water currents. For example, coconut fruit when fall in water, they float in water and carried away by water currents. By animals. Certain seeds are carried to far off places by animals as animals eat seeds along with the fruits. So these seeds remain undigested and pass out with their feces at some other place. For example, African olive fruits are dispersed to far off places by foxes. Students, hope you have now clear understanding of multiplication in plants, their production through sexually and asexually, and the steps involved in them and dispersion of seeds and fruit. So that was the end of your chapter. Thank you for listening.